Well, the children are all so far away. APS swooped in, I rough and took them today, with tears welled up in their eyes. No parents by their side. APS wins again today. Don't think it's the truth. Gone away is their youth, and the empty eyes of the parents prove it. Don't you think for a minute you are weak because they're gone. There wasn't any warning for you to follow along. A caseworker has no soul to hold in check. It's why they leave us parents such a wreck. Don't stand for the hell they created. All of our children they stole, our worst saving. They are waiting at the door for us to save them. We need to stand up for our God and obey Him. He leads us to the battle with a beating drum. He knows the feeling they took his only son. He may be the powerful, our creator. The son he gave to us is our savior. He won't be ignored if a praise is held up high. Those kids were made by us for his endless supply. We are to protect the children at all costs. This game is not over. We have not lost. We have the power He gives us inside. We rise to the faith when it's time. You never stand by yourself. Take God off the shelf and then draw the power you need to beat it, beat it. Draw the power you need to beat it, beat it. When Tiff and the Punisher are hosting their show, rally around them, let's get up and go. They give us the strength to fight for our rights. Tiff and the Punisher are here to give you strength. We want you to get in the fight. Your kids will never say goodnight without you in their side. As long as Tiff and the Punisher have something to say, don't give up. We are all here for your strength. Your Lord high in the sky. Tiff and the Punisher by your side. And your kids wait patiently for you to arrive. Don't give up your fight. What APS is doing isn't right. So don't waste another day. Put your broken feelings away. Stand with Tiff and the Punisher. Give up and fight.
We know it's all about the money, We know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
We won't stand for corruption. We won't stand for stealing kids. This is the Tiff and the Punisher podcast, now joined by the angry citizen. This is a powerful trio, set out to spread the Constitution. This is a powerful trio, set out to stop the evil CPS.
We won't stand for corruption, and we won't stand for stealing kids. This is the Tiff and the Punisher podcast, now joined by the angry citizen.
Here we are. What's up, Tiff? Hey, Tiff.
Hi. Where are we
What's
at?
going on? We're here. Oh, yeah, we're behind the picture.
Yeah, we are.
Let's see here. Let's move the picture out of the way. Imagine that. There we are. Aha, here we are, everybody. Oh, boy. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yep.
Yes, here we are on the
Here
Thursday
we
of this
are.
month. What's up, Dana?
Another Thursday.
It is a thirsty Thursday, I feel like. What's been going on with you, Dana? Anything good?
Man,
I
that's
feel like I'm ready for a rant.
I've just reflected recently on all the people that were close to me that have ditched me, friends, relatives. And I think I told you guys last time about my sister and I had a falling out, and she's very convinced that I am a quote unquote Donald Trump supporter, which is ironic because I'm really not. But when he does things I approve of, I say, hey, that's a great idea. Like he said, hey, we should secure our borders. And I went, hey, that's a great idea. You don't have to love the guy to like the idea of having secure borders. I don't know. She somehow got the idea that I'm some card carrying, MAGA hat wearing, and she's one of these, boy, you're evil. And just basically told me the phrase she used with it, she doesn't want a relationship with me.
So does that make you un-American then if you don't like the president? Like here's the thing. You don't have to like the president, the man himself, but you have to respect the office.
Well,
so no matter who's in office, you have to give them a certain level of respect.
They're deranged, okay? Like I don't like to use the term Trump derangement syndrome because it was invented by the people that love and adore him to make anybody that speaks out against him look bad. But there are people who are, they're deranged. They don't even know why they hate him. They can't articulate, right? And this was the conversation I was having. I was like, why do you hate him? So let's assume I am a supporter. Okay, sure. Let's assume I voted for him, which is no one's business. I'll never tell anyone who I voted for. None of your damn business. Let's assume I did. How does that make me a bad person? And she kept saying, harm to women, harm, harm. He's causing harm. And I kept saying, what harm? What are you talking about? Could you be specific? I don't understand. Who has been harmed? Show me. And, she can't. And it's so, I mean, this is what I've been reflecting about recently is the division that's in our country, which is so completely unnecessary, wildly unnecessary. At the end of the day, we're all constitutional Americans. That's why I use that phrase. That's why I hate political parties, because it doesn't matter if I'm a Democrat or a Republican or a Green Party candidate or a Libertarian or an independent. Who cares? At the end of the day, these people that we have elected, our government, are put there to do specific things we the people want done. We want our military people to be paid. We want our soldiers to be paid. Okay, we want our spending to be limited. We don't want to be paying for 8 million military bases all over the world and first class flights to Tahiti for generals. We want our government to be lawful and accountable and transparent. And what happens is they divide us. They give us the Republican Democrat paradigm, get us fighting among ourselves. You've got your Muslims and your Christians. You've got your blacks and your whites. You've got your homosexuals and your heterosexuals. Everything they can do to divide us and keep us fighting among ourselves, and it works. And I'm bone weary of it. I'm discouraged. And this was like Satan's ultimate punch in the face to me, to have my own sister basically say, I don't want a relationship. That's literally what she said to me. Don't want a relationship with you, and not able to articulate any specific reason. Who did I kill? Did I kill any Girl Scouts or puppies? Was I running over puppies for fun? No. I'm the same man known literally since I was born. I've literally known you since I was born. 62 fucking years, excuse my French.
Yeah.
And I'm weary of it, man. I'm weary of the conflicts, and I'm weary of, here in Maine, we have a lot of groups that are patriot groups that want, our government to be held accountable and transparent. They want the ridiculous spending in our state house to be curtailed, and all the things we want, which is most of us in the state want. And we just can't seem to unite. Everybody's got their little movement, their little clique, their little group. I've seen people do this. I've seen these patriot movements steal ideas from each other and run with an idea and go, this is my idea, or this thing that I wrote about, pick an issue, waste, fraud, corruption, child protective services, vaccines, taxes, our governor, the Chinese marijuana growing operations, the actions of our government, the actions of our Shenna Bellows, our attorney general, that for those of you who don't know, recently in Maine, a package arrived to someone's house from Amazon with a whole bunch of ballots, Maine election ballots in it. There were like 200 in there. Yeah, and Shenna Bellows is the person that should be investigating this. She's the one that needs to be investigated. You see, none of us want this. None of us want election fraud, right?
Right.
And yet these people will fight and bicker and argue, and it's really sad. So I'm just working on trying to figure out where I can be effective, because I really feel like so far I haven't been effective, Darren. I feel like I've been wasting most of my time.
That is a lie, sir. That is a lie. That is absolutely a lie. Because I know for a fact that people, when you were not able to be here last week, pummeled the emails saying, where was Dana? Why was Dana not on? Where is he? Is the angry citizen okay? So on and so forth.
Wow.
So for you to sit there and say you don't know if it's working, you, sir, are a liar, because you are against the people.
I appreciate you trashing me like that. Thank you, my friend.
And I'm just
appreciated. Thank you to all who reached out. I appreciate that very much.
Many.
The truth is, I was reaching out to Darren the whole time. I have about 70 texts on my phone.
Right.
And,
it was my fault.
Facebooking him, and I was calling him on the phone. And
yeah, I know it's my fault.
He refused. I knew he hated me. He decided I
wronged him.
His beard
I will never hate. I will never hate. One, because hate is a very strong word. I don't even know if I could even hate in my life. But this all being said, have you guys ever seen? I know we have, but I think let's just, to try to paint the picture of what you were just saying. Let's play this right here.
Can I just real quickly say we are seeing comments? There's a comment from Tatiana.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Navarro. Hey Tiff, can you guys see these comments? Yes, we see them. Sorry, I'm not Tiff. I know.
All right, check this out.
You hate for making America great, and I'm the one who's trying.
Hold on, let me start from there. You go.
I'm the one that you hate for making America great, and I'm the one who's trying to build back better. We ain't the same. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Y'all are woke and we're awake. What a joke. Does white privilege have something to say? Your president drove the country into the ground. The crime rate is through the roof. There ain't no jobs to be found. Inflation going up. My kids need food in their mouths. You put the fake news on every TV screen in my house. Hold up. Your president racist, homophobic, tried to overthrow democracy, and everybody knows it. He will never make America great again like the slogan. He a white supremacist, just like all of you who voted. That is not facts. All you woke morons do is talk trash. Drag queens in classrooms hate anyone who's not black. You're pro-white, you know that's what the Klan members are, right? You're anti-LGBTQ, then why they always on your mind? Bro, you're a boy, you're a girl, stop playing stupid. You screwing up the youth, and all the children are our future. You don't care about the kids, look at all the school shootings. You're pro-gun, it's your fault, stop making those excuses. You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a bigot. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi. You just mad because you triggered. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Now I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming, screaming. My president draining the swamp, we building walls. Your president opened the border for one and all. Now there's murderers and criminals evading the law, walking right into America, our safety is gone. Well, my president ended pandemic, saved the economy, and introduced legislation fighting for our equality. His son smokes crack, I don't care about that honestly. He's raising all our wages, he can't raise his children properly. You obviously pro-life, a woman's choice is your right. I feel like abortion is important and you don't like. You're treating it like birth control, you're treating them like your wife. I said that all lives matter and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever, go ahead make your little memes while we're bringing home the soldiers who were in the Middle East. Okay, you brought the soldiers home, but then you burnt the flag and took a knee and left the men who fought for all our freedom homeless on the street. Build back better, there'll be violence and riots until you Bible thumpers learn to fall in line and trust the science. We ain't ever backing down from all you pedos and tyrants. The right is fighting the system, the left designed to divide us. And that is clown talk, all you got is mean tweets. It's free speech, call the cops, dog, you defunded the police. This country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America, homie, if you don't like it, you can leave. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming, screaming. No president will ever give a damn about the truth. It don't matter who's the winner, cause the people always lose. No president will ever break the system from inside. It's a deep state plan dividing us into sides. It don't matter if you're left, right, black, white, red, blue, conservative or liberal, or me, you, Republican or Democrat, old, young, me, cool. They promise us our freedom, but then all we get is free doom. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming, screaming.
And there
Good
we go.
stuff.
There we
Wow.
have it. Right there. If that doesn't say it,
That guy's
then I
a
don't know.
genius, man. That guy's an absolute genius.
He's an animal.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to get him on the show, Darren.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my Lord. Alicia, did you hear that? Let's get Tom McDonald in here, please. Stat. Yeah. So I mean that's that guy says it right there.
You said it,
Now,
Doctor.
Alicia. Tiff
Listen
said
to
so.
Dr. Darren. That. Get on that.
So as long as we have that mentality, that's it.
Yep.
We're never gonna. And they designed the system just so that will happen.
Yep.
That will help. Well, as long as it's good for America, that's all that matters. It doesn't
Yep.
matter if you're any of those colors or alphabets or
Yes.
whatever the hell you are. Just vote for the United States of
The
America.
person you want to be in there. Stop listening to the brainwashing. Stop the whole lesser of two evils thing. Makes me want to beat my face against the table.
Right.
It's been all my life. I keep hearing, you're just throwing your vote away. You're so stupid. You don't know. Oh, you're going to vote for him? What a dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my vote cancels yours, idiot. So there we go. But make sure you go and make that vote, because if you don't, then you're not going to cancel the vote. So, but either way, we shouldn't even be thinking that way. It should be the policy that's on the table. In which case, here's the weird part. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. A democracy, we would fight for each individual cause that we're going for. In the republic, which we live, we only vote for the person. That person then votes for our things to reflect us. So that's the whole problem here, is no one understands what the difference between a democracy and a republic is. So in all reality, we are voting for the person that will speak our voice. And we need to make sure that we remember this at every election. Who is going to speak, who's going to speak for you and your voice. So
I have a very hard time with those who say don't vote. There's a lot of people out there saying don't vote, and they're very smug.
Right.
They say, oh, you're just perpetrating your own slavery, blah, blah, blah. Well, here are some facts, America. Pay attention. We live in America. Now, if you live somewhere else, then you can worry about the government of wherever it is you're living, if you live in Iceland or Russia or China or North Korea. But we live in America, therefore we are Americans. And you, if you want to, because you're an American, you can bow out of the whole system. You can get yourself a little cabin, go there, live, pay no attention to politics. Everyone's, I'm not political, not political. We all should be political, because they are in the positions that they're in, whether you want them there or not. That's a reality. And if they are allowed to do whatever they want, they become tyrants. That's where we are now. And if you want them to be held accountable, then we have to vote, and we have to find the guy that's saying the right things and that wants to do the right things and that respects our laws and our Constitution. And we have to put him or her into that office through our votes. Everyone must vote every time. How many women were beaten and raped during the suffragette movement for trying to get the right for women to vote? How many black people were beaten, tortured, murdered, lynched, they called it, for daring to ask for their right to vote? How many veterans have lost their lives or suffered horrible atrocities to defend our right to vote? So when people do this, it makes me very angry, super duper exceptionally, way more angry than usual angry, because that right to vote is sacred, and it is the only thing that will preserve our republic. So everyone must vote every time. And if you come at me in comments and tell me I'm wrong and I'm stupid and whatever, I will literally want to slap you. It makes me livid when people say that. Vote. Thank you. Go ahead.
So we just had an election here, and my dad is a straight Republican, and I pick who I believe is going to do the best job for us.
Well done, Tiff.
Right.
on you.
But that's how I've always been. I don't care what party they're with. He was like, "Oh yeah, your lieutenant governor now is going to be the new governor." And I said, "Let me tell you something. She's not going to win." Oh, he told me I was crazy. And he was like, "Oh, I can't believe that you really believe that." Well, I said, "I'll call you, after the election." I didn't get in touch with him for almost 24 hours because there's a blue wave that came through here.
Oh Lord.
And not only not and I vote purple sometimes, right? Like if I like a Republican, I'll vote for him, and if there's a Democrat on there and I like that, I vote that.
Yep.
It's the person. So not only do we have an all blue government now, 13 Republicans have lost their seats. And this is what I said to my dad. I don't care what side they're on. They are supposed to represent the people, and they did not do their jobs. That's why their asses were unseated and new asses are being reseated.
Yep.
That's what happens when you don't do your job.
We go through this cycle in America. Like we get pissed off because the Democrats are in the office. They're doing shitty stuff. We're all mad. We vote them out. We vote in the Republicans. They come in. They start doing shitty stuff. Excuse my French. And we get mad at them. And then we vote in Democrats. And it's like watching professional wrestling. We have to stop. Just stop, America. Support the guy that does the right thing, no matter how unpopular it is. And when they say the right thing, say I agree. When the mainstream media news tells you what ridiculous left-wing, right-wing, pseudo clown lying people they are, whatever, we reject that. Okay, we hear them talking to us. We live in the information age. I don't have to listen to any news station tell me what anyone in there says, whether it's Tom Massey or Marjorie Taylor Greene or Rand Paul or anyone that's in any office that's an elected office. I can hear what they have to say myself. I hear their words from their mouths, and I decide whether I agree with what they're saying or not. And if the news says they're a racist, it's probably false. Probably they're not a racist. They're saying something that is powerful that they don't want, the powers that be there don't want us to hear. That's the truth.
I think now I only really like one, and I can't tell you if he's a Republican or a Democrat. I could care less. And that is I think it's Congressman. He's either a congressman or that's Kennedy. He has me rolling when he starts bringing shit out. He's like, okay, oh, y'all have to watch him. I love him.
Which Kennedy? Are you talking the
one that's in Congress?
Oh yeah, the one's like, you got a piece of flu, you got a piece of allergy, and you get the boat riding over it.
Yeah, him.
That guy.
I love him only because one, he tells the truth, but two, he makes it comical.
Yep. Yeah.
I like him. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? Where did what's his head go to? The dude that I used to love so much. The one that started this whole trend of just ripping into these guys. Jesus, I already forgot his name. It's been that quick. Oh my God, what was the guy's name?
I cannot help you.
He drills them all
on your own on this one.
Josh, is it Josh something?
It is Josh because my husband likes him too. He's like, oh my God, he just rips their asses apart. It's Josh. You'll have to look it up though.
Oh man, I can't believe this. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go, guys. Oh boy. I don't know if you guys heard that one, but holy smokes.
No.
There we go.
Senator Schumer never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times.
I'm sorry,
just
guys.
to make sure he got it right.
You see it, right?
Yes.
All right, check. I got to start it over. I'm sorry. Wait till you hear this one.
Do you hate cops just because they're cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. When you have hypothermia, you don't strip naked and run in the snow. Right. Senator Schumer never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times just to make sure he got it right. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Republicans aren't perfect, but the other side is crazy. These people are about 10 exits past normal. The party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers. They're screaming like Musk stole their dog or something. Just from a political standpoint, you never interfere with your enemy when he's kicking his own ass. They're worried that she doesn't. They're worried that she was that kid in grade school who ate paste. People are worried that if she walked by a polygraph machine, the dang thing would explode. He basically used the Democrats as a chew toy. If you think this list is real, you probably think that Elvis is alive and running a small bait stand on Lake Erie. My Democratic friends, Brian, seem determined to find out what it's like to be a Jets fan. It sounds like the game room of a mental hospital. They're so upset. That's like being opposed to children or prosperity or golden retrievers. Tariffs are like whiskey. A little whiskey under the right circumstances can be refreshing. Too much whiskey under the wrong circumstances, and you end up drunk as a goat. God created the world, but everything else is made in China. For some people, the best way to get back on your feet is to get off your ass. I'd tell them, look, you just got to try harder not to suck.
Hey, you see why I like him?
Yeah, I hear you.
Dana, you just got to try harder not to suck.
Not to suck, exactly. But if you want to get back up on your feet, just get off your ass.
Get off your ass is great, man.
Yeah,
the best.
That's a t-shirt.
I don't know if everybody heard the top one though when he said, "You don't like cops? Well,
Oh, crackhead.
yeah. If you ain't cop, the next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead."
I told you he's hilarious.
Oh man, he's
Anytime I see him come across my YouTube, I click on him because he just cracks me up.
You know, he's like borderline. He's borderline. Like well, I don't even know if he's younger than Lieberman. Joe Lieberman, right? Joe Lieberman. Not Joe Lieberman, Joe Biden. My bad. Sorry, stupid. But, you know, like everything he starts to say, you're like, what's going to come out of his mouth? You know, but it's funny as hell. It's good stuff.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in the information age, and now we're at a point where they lying to us is much more difficult for them now. You see, they used to get away with it. They thrived on it because they could do whatever they wanted. They had backroom deals and, you know, secret meetings. But in the information age, it's hard to hide. And, you know, being exposed to the light of the truth is very debilitating for the evil overlords and their henchmen because they can't thrive on the lies. You know, if they lie and then it gets exposed and then it goes, you know, super viral. Joe Rogan made a huge impact by just having his own podcast and just bringing them on there. And he was like, you know, fuck ABC and CBS and CNN and all of y'all. I'm sitting here in my studio. I got my computers set up. I push a button. I live stream, and you know, I'll say whatever I want, and I'll bring my guests in, and they'll tell you whatever they want to say, and I'll show you videos, and ABC can tell you all that I'm crazy and a liar and a scoundrel and a racist. But now you get to decide for yourselves if you think that's true or not. The truth
if it's an AI or not.
The Word of God.
That is.
It is.
Very powerful. So, what's going on in the world of CPS? What do we think about that?
What are we going to do? The updates on the
what are we going to do
Izzy
about all
Rivera
this
case?
nonsense?
You remember that one, the Izzy Rivera case?
Yes. Yep. What's
So
going on with
updates
them?
on that one. I don't know.
Did I hear that he they kept them. I thought that they had let them out, but then I also heard that they kept them in jail. So which one is right about that?
I
Do you
think
know?
that the wife was released. I think, I don't know, but
She
Let's
was
figure it out.
acquitted. She was
okay, good.
acquitted.
Well, good. Now she should absolutely be taking them to task for deprivation of rights under color of law. Can you imagine, America? We have arrived at a point, and you need to hear this, and everyone in America needs to hear this, where you can be arrested and charged with kidnapping because you chose to take your children somewhere of your choice, wherever it might be. Let's say right now, look around, look at your kids, decide, I'm going to pack my kids up. I feel like moving to Louisiana or Maine or California. Pack the kids up, pack my stuff, get in the car, off we go. Next thing you know, you're arrested. You're charged with kidnapping. You just kidnapped your own children. That is literally what happened to this family. And
What was
everyone in
that?
America, every parent in America should be outraged about it. It is absolutely insane. It is a bold, hard, in our face play by the dark overlords to tell us you better do what you're told and shut your pie holes, or the agents will come and make your lives miserable, will literally kidnap your children from you right under your nose and arrest you and throw you in jail. And all of us should be outraged, and everyone that participated should be held accountable, strictly accountable, charged with kidnapping, charged with deprivation of rights under color of law, stripped of their judicial immunity, sued personally. And I would love to see that. I would love it.
I mean, how is the governor of Massachusetts, right, not coming to the rescue of this family, right? How is this not getting more? Well, I guess not, because they went to Texas, right? Weren't they caught out west?
Yeah, well,
And
on the way to Texas, but they had decided to move to Texas to get away from the authoritarian communist government of Massachusetts and the authoritarian evil medical mafia industry that was trying to strong arm, coerce, threaten, harass them into having their children injected with poisons, and told they were going to be contacting the Child Protective Services, the evil agents that do not have authority, charged with somehow bad parents and aiming at their children by refusing to have them injected with toxins. And they decided they had enough, packed up the kids, headed out to Texas, and they're arrested en route, and their children kidnapped from them by agents, and everything ruthlessly held accountable. I want to see them all get the maximum penalties allowable under law.
Yeah, I think the husband goes to court this month, but she was acquitted. She was acquitted.
Good. Well, I've been in touch with the husband. Unfortunately, he's like super busy, so he's been very slow to respond to my.
My volume went out. My volume muted out. I'm sorry. Yeah, Louis, you're right. How do you kidnap your own kids? Right. That's the big question.
That's
right
the
there.
point. Exactly. Thank you. That's what everyone in America needs to be asking themselves. How am I kidnapping my own children? It is ludicrous.
What was the last name again? Do you remember, Dana? Well, obviously you do, because you
Rivera.
said Rivera.
Either Rivera or Riviera. R-I-V.
Okay.
I-E-R-A. Izzy or Israel or Israel. I can't verify which.
Rivera.
But he is called Izzy.
Okay. Izzy Rivera.
And there is a link on my YouTube channel with a phone call that he made with a friend of mine. Her name is Joan Eastman. She's a patriot in Massachusetts that's been actually fighting very hard to help these people. And she was able to call the jail and speak to him after he had been arrested. And it's a compelling phone call. I'll find the link and send it to you, or if you can find it and post it, either way.
That's not Michelle is not his wife, right? Israel Rivera?
No, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but it's not Michelle.
Okay, that just made me nervous.
Hang on, I'll get you the link here. But yeah, I mean, that's literally what happened. They were arrested for kidnapping their own children. They called it familial kidnapping. I've never heard this phrase, familial kidnapping. Like, it's different if you kidnap your own children. Your own children. How do you kidnap your own children? This is where we are, America. We're literally seeing a couple arrested for kidnapping their own children.
Yeah, I'm looking for an update. All right, so no, it's
Getting a little heated. No, Louis, no due
Fitchburg.
process. They were arrested. You know,
They wouldn't allow them to get the old clink clink thing in the arm, right? That was what they wanted to do to him or something.
yeah, and they took the kids and they had the children injected with the poisonous
Stuff.
injection.
Yeah.
After they took the children from the parents, kidnapped the children from the parents,
Couldn't wait to
threw
get
the
them in there
parents
and
in
have that
jail,
done to them.
took the kids and had them injected with the poison.
Yeah. Couldn't wait.
Welcome to America, right?
Couldn't
Oh,
wait to have that done.
It's
Well,
just-
you were right when you said that you thought Florida was getting rid of vaccines, and they actually did. They're the very first
and
state.
getting rid of the vaccine mandates, the requirements that say you have to have your children injected before you can have them in the government-run schools.
Correct.
Yes, are being removed or have been removed. Thank God.
Okay, but how does this work with CPS? This is going to be out of control. So now they find out that you're not getting your kid getting the stuff that they want them to have. They come in, say that you're neglecting your child, right? They come in, they take your child, they immediately go ahead and give them a whack full of the serum. And then now here you go. Now you've gotten a case, you've gotten this. It's just asinine. And, you know, just like the whole budget we just talked about the other day, like with the whole no budget, you know, Congress not passing this with the food stamps going by the wayside or EBT or whatever they call it now.
Right.
That's just another damn ploy for them to get into your home and be like, well, you can't afford feeding your kids. You know, okay, well, CPS, here we come.
They will.
We
they
got to
will
make up for all
continue-
the ICE people that were taken out of here. We got to make up for all this lack of children because we're
You're
not
right.
getting the ICE money anymore. So now we have parents without food for their kids.
We have
All
to
that kid
figure
has to
out
go to school.
a strategy
What's
to remove the financial incentive. Because as soon
Yeah,
as the
that's
financial
called get
incentive
rid
is
of all the
removed,
bills that have to do with it.
yeah,
Get rid of ASFA,
Yeah.
get rid of Title IV, get rid of all of these things that incentivize. Even if it remotely, look at as long as there's money involved in this for a kid for any purpose or any reasons, it's going to be incentivized. There's no way around it. You can't
Yeah.
put money in a place without having some person
every
be like,
every
"Oh,
noble cause will be usurped by evil if they can do it. Look at every single cause. Look at Black Lives Matter. This is a great example. Okay, and this is a volatile subject, but I'll go there. So there are a lot of people in America who are Black people who sincerely believe that Black people are singled out by police. And in their view, I can see why they would think that. If you live in a Black neighborhood, 80% of the neighborhood's Black, 85, 90, and you see
Right.
police injustice being inflicted on people around you,
Yeah.
it is highly likely that those people will be Black. And even if there are Black police officers doing it, you might still be inclined to believe there's a disproportionate amount of violence against Black people, and you would want to speak out about that. Say, hey, hang on, that's not cool. I'm mad about it. It needs to stop. I want justice, accountability, transparency. So you create this movement, Black Lives Matter. Well, what happens is the powerful overlords see your movement and they see it catching on and because people go, yes, I agree with you, and this is something that we need to address, and it's about time we did something about it. And they immediately dispatch agents to infiltrate you because they see that your movement has power and they want power. That's what the overlords see.
Yeah.
Every single movement in America, as soon as it starts, it begins catching on. The evil overlords will send their agents in to take over. At the end of the day, the Christian Bible in its many forms says, you will know them by their fruits. How do you know good from evil? Because good wants to do good things. Men of God protect children. Men of God tell the truth. Men of God risk their own resources and time and energy to help people who are in need. Okay? Evil people do bad things. They lie, cheat, steal. They like torture and murder and kidnapping and harm to children. That's how you know. So it's literally that simple. That is the simplest possible way to look at every single thing. We don't need to know, do you trust Donald Trump or not? Do you trust Elon Musk or not? What I trust is when Elon comes and says, let's find all the fraud, waste, corruption in the government and get rid of it, I go, I agree. I don't care if I trust you. I don't know you. I've never met him before. I don't have to trust him. I'm not, loaning him $5 for lunch, hoping he'll pay me back.
Right.
What I'm doing is saying I agree with what he's saying because he says we should do this thing, and this is a good thing for us. If we all do that, we will automatically go in the right direction as a nation. We will immediately start making progress toward doing the things that benefit most of us, and the overlords lose their power.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I was talking to Darren about this, something I found out yesterday. So we
Oh,
had
boy.
a little 3-year-old who darted away from her parents and was hit by a car and killed.
Mm.
CPS wanted to charge the parents, went to the prosecutor and everything right here in Winchester City. And the prosecutor said, absolutely not. This was an accident. That's how much they want to be involved in families' lives.
Yeah, they're sick.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
their incentive. Their incentive. They want to get
exactly.
like Darren said. They're getting money. They want to ramp this up. They see income. They see money. They're going to jump on it. And they're evil people. The evil people like power, and they like power over other people. And they like if they can do something bad and get paid for it. They're all over that. That's where
they are. They're taking our kids. So
yes,
we know,
kidnapping our children and getting paid to do it.
Right.
With our
Kidnapping.
tax money.
Right. Yep. It's freaking disgusting.
It is.
It really is. Yep. And that's it. And until America. So what, I don't know if you heard this or not, but Tiff and I were trying to explain last week. I don't remember what took place, but we kind of got fluffed over a little bit. I don't remember what happened, but something else took us over. But what we need to explain to people and get across to people is how this is human trafficking. What CPS is doing is trafficking children.
Yes.
No matter how you look at it, no ifs, ands, or buts. You're taking a child, and I will say this, you are taking a child without their consent. Because let's be straight here, most of these videos, the kids are doing what? They're kicking and screaming. They don't want to be a part of this removal, right? So we might as well, and the parents don't agree with it either. So there we go. We have kidnapping, right?
Yep.
We have kidnapping. Then they take these kids. They take these kids. They then.
That's not me calling you this time.
Nope, that is not you this time. I would have answered if it was you. But they take these kids. They put them into a program, right? That's called whatever it's called in that town. And then that gets them, X amount of dollars, right? So there's trafficking and some sort of a reward or a payoff for it. So you've got, little Billy here. The judge says that it's okay to him to go live in this family. So now this family's getting a check. Now people are getting paid for having little Billy and caring for him, right? So now little Billy can't make it here, even though when he's supposed to be being reunified with his family, right? So now they're going to move him over here to this home. So now these people lose the money, and now the money from little Billy goes to this home. Well, let's see. If little Billy gets Social Security or any sort of medical payments, for whatever they need it, which I'm sure probably comes from Social Security also. If a parent has passed away, any sort of dependency check or any sort of anything that most likely and typically and most likely would be screwed into the family's budget, even though that money's for the child. But you know what I'm saying? Now that money gets taken away from the family. That gets put back into this system. That goes to this family now, a portion of it or whatever. And that's it. So if you're not going to tell me that taking money for this child, taking money from this family to go back to what's supposed to be the child, but then going to this family as this kid's moving along, I think that's trafficking, right?
Yes. Short answer, yes. I mean, that's
it.
That's
People,
very
that's all
clear.
you need to do. Because what we were talking about is how the hell do we get more people to put their face in this movement and really take us seriously? Not that they don't take us seriously now, but how do you really, because I think if they don't understand that this is really trafficking human beings. CPS is the biggest trafficker of human beings in this country.
Yeah, correct. Well, I mean, we've talked about before how the worst problem that all of us face who are involved in this movement is that the people who have never experienced it or never known someone who's experienced it have a passive idea or belief that it might be deserved, and also a fairly at least medium, if not high, amount of confidence that the people that are doing it are equipped to do it and mean well and are trying to do the right thing. They have no knowledge of this entire issue. And that's because the floodwaters are not a problem until they're at your door.
Correct.
Darren's house is flooding, and I feel bad for you, Darren. I'm real sorry. I'd love to drive down there, bro, but I got to get up early tomorrow. Do some stuff. But I wish I hope you were able to bail the water out, or, get a van and move your stuff out of there. Good luck. Well, the floodwaters are at my door, and I'm freaking
Everybody
the fuck
show
out
up.
now, aren't I? Tiff, Punisher,
Yeah.
I need your help. Where are you guys? I thought you were my friends. Help me. I'm flooded. That's where we are in America. If it doesn't affect me, I'm not all that worried about it. And, except for me, I can't really say that personally, because obviously I haven't had my children kidnapped, and yet here I am, because apparently I'm smart enough to figure out that if it can happen to your children, it can happen to mine. And I'm not going to wait till the thugs show up at my door. I'm going to, as soon as they're at yours or Izzy Rivera's, I'm going to go, oh no, hell no. I'm right here. Okay. This is the line, and you ain't crossing the line, because my rights are his and his are mine. Even if I don't like someone like Darren, for example, I would still come.
There it is that does happen. Hey, Lewis wants to know if that's treason. Would these people be committing treason? Of course they would. Right? Wouldn't you say?
I can't say yes or no
by the
definitively myself.
Like that,
I would like to give you a solid answer with a yes or no, but I don't definitively know. But I don't believe it's actually treason.
Oh, the rise in rare grant. What does this one say here? Because the U.S. thinks they own all children if they have social owned paperwork, this is how adoptions could change birthing records. Yeah. Get arrested for not vaccinating, but my sister can raise kids without vaccinating. Yeah, I won't bring that one up.
The problem with talking about poisonous injections is that that's their excuse to shut you down. All the overlords, the Ministry of Propaganda watches very carefully, and they listen for specific words.
That's right.
Words trigger reviews. I've been shut down. I've had many videos taken down from my YouTube channel. I've known people who have had their entire YouTube accounts deleted. My friend Peggy Hall. Here in Maine, we have an amazing group of people who's really trying hard to address this issue, led by my friend Tiffany Kreck. The group is known as Health Choice Maine. I've done many interviews with Tiff, love her dearly like a sister. She's faced this censorship. If you talk about poisonous injections, boy, the lords, the upper level lieutenants of the Ministry of Propaganda are going to come down on you like the wrath of Satan himself. They will shut you down in a heartbeat for daring to speak about that subject.
Yep.
And that tells you everything you need to know right there.
That is very well said, Dana. Even though I was the blunt of your rant, but that's fine. I have a big backbone. I can take it. All right. What's Henry say? Henry says it all starts when they passed the laws for 55 speed limits. They did it to save your life. We do not get to choose what's best for ourselves. It used to be only when you harmed others. That's right, Henry. Common law, man. Right. Common law states.
The basics of common law, that if I'm not harming you, I can do any damn thing I want. And that's absolutely true. And the subject discussed here, the speed limits. And again, who sets the speed limits? Who decided 55 was the limit? What science was used for it? It's a small group of people that get elected to office, and then they start passing laws. And this is a little complicated, but it involves there are statutes, ordinances, and these are construed as being laws, but they're really not. A statute is not a law. An ordinance is not a law. And we don't get taught these things because they don't want us to know. If you don't know your rights, you have no rights. A mutual friend of ours has said that a few times, Darren. Mm-hmm. So they're right. But at whatever point we accept that someone else is going to tell us what we are and are not allowed to do, and without our consent, simply inflict their rules on us, We are no longer a constitutional republic. We're now a totalitarian regime, and the enforcers will enforce the will of the overlords, and the overlords will tell us what to do, and we damn well better do it. And I do not want to live in that. I want to live in a constitutional republic. I can do whatever I want as long as I'm not hurting anyone. And I think most of us do. 80% of us, at least in this country, do believe that, want that.
Yep. I agree. I agree with it all. Damn, do I agree with all that, what you just said. And then some.
Well, there you go.
Right? And that's what I'm saying.
Darren, in the
sir.
chat, private chat, I posted the link to that interview. So an interview with her name's Joan Eastman. She's a friend of mine, works with Patriots in not California, Massachusetts. Was able to contact Izzy Rivera in prison after he had been elected for arrested for kidnapping his own children. I mixed up elected and arrested there. That says something.
Oh, this is a little. All right,
Darren,
yes.
did Dana see your flag?
Oh, no. Hold on a
I
minute.
think you showed me the flag. Is it new? Because
Hold on a minute.
you showed me a flag
Everybody
last time.
All hell's breaking loose right
The
now.
viewers would want to watch it. Tiff's under assault by a child.
Okay, here we go.
Going to leap on her.
There we go.
rip
First
her
of all,
hair
Dana,
out.
here you are. Let me get out of my way here. Oh, it's you right there.
Oh, nice. God, that guy looks angry. That can't be me.
Here we are. All right. Oh, it's like I'm in it already, but yeah, just send me this flag. Isn't that pretty badass?
That is
it goes
awesome.
with the of course with the
Beautiful.
yeah. So there's that. Thank you, Tiff, very much.
You're the man, Darren.
You're the man, Tiff. You are the man, Tiff. All right, and then now let's rip this little play up here. If I can find my mouse again. Dana, again, thank you for. I'm glad that I was able to do everything right tonight. That makes me feel good. Here we go.
You can learn. Apparently, you can learn. The technology is
sir.
hard. I know. It's hard.
Here we are. I
There's
think
buttons,
this is right.
push buttons and more buttons.
More buttons and more things to push. Here we go. Can we see this up there? Is it see it on the screen?
I'm seeing something.
Yeah.
Can we get it?
No
All
sound.
Right. So check this story out, guys.
Won't continue to hurt families like Israel Rivera. The man who was jailed in Massachusetts for refusing to let his children be vaccinated, has been given an exclusive interview from jail. Check this out.
They're recording us. I can record too, so it's fine.
Okay.
If you could just repeat what happened with the doctor, please, because this is critical.
Okay, so basically, the doctor just said he was going to report us for neglect if we didn't take the K-12 vaccine, which I said no. I looked into it. Not only is it against my religious beliefs, but I don't vaccinate my children. We're holistic, and they're all healthy and strong. And that vaccine specifically gives kids autism. I don't want to take it. And also we're switching hospitals because every single time that we call in here, it's always requested that we take it. We've already said it multiple times that we will not take this vaccine and that we don't vaccinate our children, so please give us the paper to sign. And they said, oh, it's okay. But then anytime we went there, they would pressure us, basically when we were in that room, pressure us. And that's why the last appointment, my wife didn't even want to go there. She said, can you go there, because I don't even want to handle it, because they're going to just pressure this vaccine on us again. So I went to them, and then the last time I went to them, I said, listen, I don't need to show you proof of where they've been because we're switching them, and I don't have to show you proof. My child's healthy. I brought him here myself to be seen. And then he said, well, and then as soon as I said we're changing doctors and we're not taking that vaccine, then his whole, just the way his demeanor, the way he was talking changed. He said, well, where has he been seen? Because we don't have a record. I said, well, I'm changing them. I'll give that information to the new doctor, because I'm not going to keep going through this abuse of you trying to force me to take this vaccine for my son, which I've told you many times that it's not going to happen. And he said, okay, well, I'm going to have to file a report as a mandated reporter unless you give me history of your son, or unless you take this vaccine. And I said, what? Absolutely not. And I stood my ground, and I told him, call the police right now, call whoever you need to call right now, or check my son out. I'm leaving. And then he got the superior in there. I forget what her name was. She came in there, and she tried to calm the situation down between me and the doctor. and I guess explain his side of things. And I said, no, I will not vaccinate my child. And then they said, okay, well, we'll check him. We'll give you the bill of health. And then they did that. They checked him. They gave the bill of health, and then they let us go.
The irony of this story is that you said that the doctor checked out that the baby was otherwise fine. So that's what's really key here.
And then basically, I don't know, a couple of days or weeks from then, the harassment started with DCF.
At that point, you said to DCF, no, thank you. We don't need your services. You leave us alone.
I told them specifically, I don't consent, nor do I want a contract with your agency. Please leave me alone. I mean, I must have said that I don't know how many times, repeatedly saying, I don't want a contract, I don't consent.
So they said they needed to lay eyes on the children. That's an old trick of theirs.
Yeah, they used one child to get to all of them.
We need a home visit. Is that the word they used? Home visit?
Yes.
Okay.
They were banging up.
And you said what?
I said, my children are 100% healthy. I don't consent, and I don't contract with you, and I don't want to in the future. Please leave me alone.
Okay. And so then they started surrounding the house and harassing you, and you all felt frightened because, police coming. You said they texted you, and you said, leave it in the mailbox. I know what it's about. What did you think it was about?
Well, I thought it was a home visit because they kept doing that for weeks. I thought it was just them just continuing what they were doing.
And so they surrounded him, and this guy who was protecting his family from the jabs was taken in. All because he took his child in to get looked at the hospital, and the doctor freaked out when he found out they didn't have the jabs. Breaks your heart. I hope this all starts ending someday soon.
Wow. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, that letter that was being displayed there, that's mine. I wrote it to
wow.
It was a pretty good letter. I felt really good about it. It's a lot more powerful and compelling than people think to write these letters. And this is something I've failed at since day one, is getting people to wake up and realize when you write that damn letter and you put it in writing and you put that thing in the mail, let me tell you something, that has weight. That has weight. And you choose your words carefully, and I do. And everything I said in there, I stand behind. It's one of the best letters I've ever written. We gain a lot of power that way. We, the people, take our power back. Got to remember there's authority and there's power.
Right.
And authority is your right to do certain things. Like we have authority over our children. Okay. These agents do not have authority. We, the people, did not delegate any authority to anyone to kidnap our children. They don't have it. They pretend they do. They claim they do. The courts say they do, but they're all lying. And the truth is they don't. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. All laws that are repugnant to it are null and void. And no one has authority to come into your house, take your child, and rip them out of your arms and bring them away. It's kidnapping every time. Power is the power to do it. The police have power to do things they don't have the authority to do. The police can kill you. They can beat you. They can tase you. They've done this. That doesn't mean they have the authority. They have only the lawful authority to enforce the law. The law is based on the Constitution. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and all laws that are repugnant to it are null and void. So the corrupt court system is enforcing these unconstitutional actions, and that needs to stop. That's the problem we face. That's why CPS kidnapping and child trafficking has thrived, because they have the power to do that. That's what we have to take away from them.
It is. I see your face, Tiff. All right, guys. We'll be back same time, same place, whenever we get back.
Thank you all who commented. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you all who commented to me that I wasn't here last week. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And God bless you.
And everybody keep commenting on this man, because if anybody needs some stand up this week, this man here. So make sure you check out The Angry Citizen every place that you can, on BitChute, here, everywhere you can. Make sure you comment loud for him. All right? Enjoy your evening, guys. Because he does make a difference. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sing the song. Here we go. Sorry. Have a good weekend, everybody. From Dana.
There's an angry citizen. His voice is getting loud. He's been shaking up the people, and he's gonna shake the ground. He says, wake up now, people. Look what they're doing to our town. We gotta wake up now, people. Look what they're doing to our town. So he's reading the Constitution, and he's calling up his friends. He says, I'm ready for a revolution, and I won't stop till the end. He says, wake up now, people. We can't let this happen again. We gotta wake up now, people. We can't let this happen again. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. So there's a new king of the country, and he goes by Angry C, and he's telling all the people what the government won't let him see. He says, wake up now, people. You can be free like me. We gotta wake up now, people. You can be free like me. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna rise, he's gonna rise, he's gonna rise up.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
Imagine being a child who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stopped the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scrape their knees. Now just imagine how they must feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calmed. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look? Abolish CPS.